Hello and happy Vlogmas week 3. So yeah, if you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Casey Renee and I sew. I make costumes and basically just costumes and clothes every now and then. My favorite things are Disney and historical costuming, and we are doing our own little form of Vlogmas. Basically, I've decided that I just kind of wanted to do like a sewing vlog for the month of December to kind of like feel it out, but also to get better at storytelling and editing and just kind of like getting from the beginning of a project to the end of a project, getting better at telling that kind of story arc and stuff like that. So here we are. I'm vlogging every day, and today is December 15th. So I basically, hi, welcome. So I started my day with just kind of making prototypes for I'm doing a rhinestone workshop tomorrow night on Rhinestone Genie, and here we go. Come on. You have to do the makeup thing. So I made this little bow, which you can put an alligator clip on the back of if you want, or you can sew it onto like gowns or, you know, hair, or if you're wrapping your presents in fabric, you can sew them on, whatever. And then I also made this little bow too for presents, and you can see here I've added rhinestones, and it's just your typical ribbon bow. So 2 separate types of bows that I'll be demonstrating how to make tomorrow night. By the time you guys see this, it will have already happened, but I have something really big happening today, and like I have to leave in 15 minutes for it. I'm getting Invisalign. I've had lots of insecurities about my smile my whole life. I used to have a gap, and then I got braces, and then I didn't use my retainers, and then my overbite got worse, and I've just always been insecure about my smile, and there's no amount of like positive affirmation anybody can give me to be like, but I love your smile, thank you, I appreciate that. I don't. This is a choice that I am making for myself, and my partner has helped me make this decision. So in like 15 minutes, I'm gonna leave and go to the dentist and get my first trays of Invisalign. So the next time you talk to me, I will sound different, I'm sure, because I've been told that like you have a lisp or something when you start, your just mouth has to get used to them, and then like things are better. So if I start sounding different for this vlog, that is why. I personally am very excited. I'm still gonna have an overbite. They like show you a really cool video. I don't know if I'm allowed to take a video of that video. I don't know, but they show you this cool video of like how your teeth look and like what it's gonna do week by week by week. And like I'll still have an overbite. That's just actually how my like jaw and face is structured. Like some people can have like their teeth line up perfectly when they smile, like that, but that's my jaw, like I guess it can't. I don't know. It's just I've had braces before, and I still had like the slight bit of overbite. It just wasn't as, I guess, prominent. So it's just the way my face and like jaws, I guess, are aligned. So like that's not ever gonna change, and then like my teeth to gum ratio will never change. So like I'll still smile like with lots of gums. That's just never gonna change. But like small things that, you know, make me insecure will change. I don't feel like this is that scary teeth stuff, but maybe I will put like a little warning that I talk about my teeth or my smile right before this segment. But either way, okay. I've rambled on. Hi, welcome to Sewing Vlogmas. This is, you know, first time for everything. Brene Brown calls effing first times, and this is a big one. I feel like this whole year has been a FFT. So with that being said, when I come back, I do have a meeting, so I might not check in until after that meeting. I still have so much prep for that meeting, and I don't even know if we're not gonna think about that. So when I get back, I have a meeting, and then I need to still cut out fabric for my Belle skirt, and then I have to hand sew all the beads on, so tomorrow I can just put the skirt layers and stuff together and hand sew that trim on. and get that done, and I have so many errands to run, but hello, it's gonna be a week. I feel like I am perpetually running out of time. All right, so I basically just decided I was gonna cut this first and let it hang before I sew it, like actually add trim and put it into a circle and sew it down. It's 3/4 circles, and then I plan to gather the front 2 panels a little bit to create like a gap in the front of it. All right, hey look, there's my ring light. I was literally just filming talking about the velvet back there. Hello, I am back. Wow, okay, I had my meeting, it went great. I took Eva for a walk, and then I came back in here and I cut that velvet. That took me so long to cut. Like, I was like, oh, it'll take me 20-30 minutes. I know how to do a circle skirt and blah, 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 blah. First, I forgot to film it. I'm very sorry. So that video, anyway. But on top of that, I forgot to film like me cutting and measuring all of that. I filmed it, or I cut it out on my floor, and it took me, I started at 2:30 and it's 4 o'clock right now. So it took me way longer than I expected. I have a little bit more of this trim I need to hand sew, but I also figured like I need to get hand sewing, like I need to show how I do the technique. So if you look at the top half, that is done, and the bottom half is not done. I need to show how I do it. It's not like a technique, I don't know. I'm just gonna get some video footage of me actually sewing this, and while I watch some YouTube videos. And then at 6, I'm going to make some dinner and finish sewing this downstairs. And tomorrow we get to construct the dress, the skirt. I have to cut out a waistband still, and I have to make a decision if I'm gonna line it or if I'm gonna just serge the edges. My process behind that is if I line it, it's gonna add extra weight. And if it is anything like Ariel, when I had a skirt that had weight missing in the front, it kind of like slightly changed the shape of how it looked because of the weight distribution. And I don't want to add too much weight to the back so that it like has this illusion that it is elliptical. So I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Yeah, that's where I'm at today. So tomorrow I will hopefully have a skirt done on Belle. Like basically that's my goal, is to set up for just being able to make the skirt, like the top part of the skirt, add it all to the waistband and put a zipper on it. And then I think Thursday I'm gonna make the bow, like the big bow that goes on the back of her skirt. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I know I feel low energy right now, and I probably sound low energy. I will just say that that's how I feel. I sound how I feel. I'm sorry if that turns people off, but here I am. Just showing up, just trying to show up, trying to share my progress, and all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. All right, happy December 16th. I had to like look at my echo. What's up, Vlogmas? We are on day 16. I basically got all of the trim made. So what I did yesterday or last night was just kind of finish up making the trim, making it like hand beating it basically. So we've got two 50-inch strips of trim. I know that that's too long, but I'd rather it be too long and go over the edge than too short. So, and have to like overlap them and piece them. So I did two 50-inch strips. What I'm gonna do right now is take the skirt panels down, overlock them, just the side seams, because we're gonna, the hem is gonna get trimmed up and then rolled. So I can't really justify putting a, like a serge, like serging it right now. And I don't know that I actually I will end up doing it. So I'm gonna, serge those and then seam them together and, then seam the front pieces because they don't actually sew together. They will like lay open. So I'll fold the end open and get this, start hand sewing this down. I have to run today. It's supposed to rain, so I am gonna set a timer basically for myself to, well, not a timer, but I know to leave before like 11:15, like around 11:15, because it's gonna be no rain until about 1 o'clock. So that's my goal. I think I left my water downstairs again. I have to go get my water, but that's the plan, is to basically get serged and seamed by the time I run, and then when I come back from my run, get the front and this attached, get that piece onto, and the other skirt onto a waistband, put the zipper in, and then I can hand do the hem once that is all done, because once it's on the waistband and zips up, I'll actually be able to see where things lay versus doing it before I put them on. And that means I might have to actually fix up the hem of the gold one. My philosophy right now is if the red hem is longer than the gold hem, I'm fine. But if the gold one actually is longer, I have to rethink my whole thought processes and, you know, whatever. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yay! All right, so it is 6:40. I am getting ready for my Vlogmas, my rhinestone demo that I will be doing with Rhinestone Genie. I have my whole area set up right here, and I plugged my Christmas tree in, and look how cute it is. It's just so cute. Anyway, so I didn't get as far on Belle today as I had hoped. I will talk more about this in making Belle, and I'll probably put a few clips in here to kind of explain to you, but what I learned today is that, I don't know what I learned today is there's a lot of steps and prep you have to take to be able to properly sew velvet without it looking like garbage. And the one big step that really just like threw me back is the amount of hand sewing. So I am further behind than I was when I started today, but I think I'll be able to not catch up, I think I'll be fine. I'm not going to be able to fit getting the bow made in this video, because basically this entire video is just going to be a lesson on working with velvet and talking about velvet and talking about like the things that I learned because of this. So yeah, but I'm at a place where I at least can like look at my dress form and start seeing something come together. And tomorrow I'm gonna put the trim on the front. I'm gonna put a waistband on it, and then I have to hand do the hem and do this zipper, and I have to figure out how I want to do that. I'll probably machine sew it into the beige pieces and then hand sew the red part down. I don't know, it's not gonna be an invisible zipper because the bow is going on top, and I just really can't like justify doing an invisible zipper when you are already covering the zipper up. So that's where I'm at. Hopefully if I can get all of that done tomorrow, I can wear it. Like I can put the hoop on, I'll pull my petticoat from the closet, put the petticoat on and put the actual skirt on and have a finished skirt. And then I'll edit that video Friday and just get going on the next portion and stuff. So yay! I'm really glad that I didn't like get mad at myself for spending an hour looking at YouTube videos on how to work with velvet. Normally, like I get super stressed out and I just shut down, but I did pretty well at just like going, okay, it's gonna take longer than I expect, and that's fine. So, little wins. Otherwise, I think I'll talk to you guys tomorrow where we get to do more hand sewing and stuff like that. And tomorrow's gonna be a chill day. Like I have really no plans besides working, and yeah, so I'll talk to you guys then. All right. Okay. That's the photo that will make it in the thumbnail. Anyway. Hello and happy December 17th. We're on day 17 of Vlogmas, and today's goals are to sew the trim onto Belle, onto her skirt, get a waistband on her skirt, and then sew the hem. Waistband and zipper, and then sew the hem. The hem is gonna be the absolute hardest part because I have it sitting on the mannequin right now and it is a hot mess. It's just very long. I'm trying to let it stretch as long as I can, but like obviously there's really only so much time. I did get my organza in and I put it in its cubby, so I'll wait until I'm working on the bodice to show it off and decide which one I want to use. But I bought 3 different colors of organza because I didn't have time to buy swatches and then buy fabric. So I will basically try to color match the organza as close as I can to that lighter cream color, like the rose fabric. And then I need to either go buy thread or try to like figure out a way to overlock the edge with the gold thread. I might have to use white. All I have is white. I have white, gray, black, and brown, and red thread for my serger. So that's a thing I have to fix. I have a 3:30 meeting today, so I will basically work a little, take Eva for a W, work a little, and hopefully by 3:30 I can get to hand sewing point. So basically after my meeting, I can have dinner and just sew. Yeah, that's today. I am behind, but I'm not feeling down about it. This is probably the first day that I've woken up being like, it's going to be fine because I am in control and I drive this ship. So it'll be fine. That's so weird, but that's how I feel right now. Also, I can't remember if I vlogged before or after my 7 o'clock demo, but I feel so good about my demo, and like going into it, I'm always nervous because typically like going into demonstrating a product with like for a company that like for the first time and in front of a brand new audience that doesn't know me, doesn't know my sense of humor or really anything about me, is always nerve-wracking because I just don't know how much to say. You know, like I don't know what kind of jokes to make or what kind of things to say, and I'm very much an organic planner. So I plan and I have like an outline, so I literally wrote down all of the steps. So that's also a thing I do. I almost never refer to my notes, but I wrote down like all the steps of making the thing just in case something happened and I was like, oh my God, I'm failing. None of that happened. I didn't really need to turn to this except for measurements, like how, you know, the measurements of the things I cut. But yeah, I think it went really well. During the first demo, so I did 2 demonstrations of 2 different bows. And during the first one, I made some jokes or references to costumes that the audience had not seen. And I felt like kind of a dum-dum for doing that. So then I tried to refer it back to Elsa, since I feel like people know who Elsa is, at least more people than like you would think. At least they know who she is and they know she's an ice queen. So I kind of tried to take that question as a note, not like they were intending it, but like just telling myself, okay, make more references that people will understand. Yeah, and that's also how I explain things. Like I'm very much, when I used to live stream, I would definitely like kind of, first of all, when I did live stream, like I had a lot of the same people. And so it was really easy to create, like have references. So like I would say like, if I knew certain people knew my Belle dress, I would reference that. Or if certain people knew my Saki's out, I'd reference that. And so it was a great way for me to have like this underlying foundation of like conversation talking points while I did something. Because that's the other thing is like, I'm stressed out by silence. And this is something I learned on Twitch, or Twitch trained me, was like, if I'm silent while doing something, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, or I feel like it's boring. And so I talk through it and it's like, maybe I should just stop talking. So I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Are you looking at yourself in the mirror? Yeah, were you looking at yourself? Were you like, hello, look at me?
Good morning. Happy Vlogmas 18? Are we on 18 or 19? Sorry, I just bumped my computer and it's on 18. Hi, how are you? I did finish the hem of Belle's skirt last night and I hate it. I'm gonna talk in depth about this on my making of Belle, but basically because of how you have to work with velvet, they suggest not to use pins unless it's like within a seam allowance, which made it really hard to do the hem unless I had like sewn the hem while it was on the dress form. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that is like absolutely terrible for your body, at least for mine. Like I cannot sit on the ground like that and sew a hem. So the hem is pretty awful. Well, okay. I'm assuming it's awful. I haven't put it on my dress form yet, but basically I'm assuming it's awful because even though like I had in my mind, like I've trimmed this to be, 2 inches, as I was folding it and sewing it, there were places where it was like an inch because it would create these weird ripples while I would sew it, and I'm, didn't want that. So we'll see what the hem looks like. Today I have to edit that video because it is Friday and I need it up on Patreon tomorrow. And tomorrow I planned on just moving along to the bodice and drafting that pattern, maybe doing a mock-up / draft pattern of the bow. The only reason I need to do a mock-up of a bow really is because I'm very, very limited on fabric and I need to figure out, okay, what kind of stabilizer am I using in the bow? I had an idea, but I don't know that it'll work. And then also like how much yardage do I actually need to make this bow? Like what are the exact dimensions? Because what's gonna end up happening is I'm going to have to draft, like cut the bodice front pieces and the bow pieces at the same time, like literally draw them on my scraps of fabric because again, I just did not, I purchased exactly what I need, or like, yeah, exactly what I uncomfortably need, mostly because I just didn't want to waste any. And then of course I went ahead and bought organza, and I didn't know which color I needed, so I bought 3 colors, but that's a story for another day. So that's kind of what tomorrow is gonna hopefully be. Toby wants to go check out this like outdoor art thing tomorrow, so I really only have until like 2 o'clock to work. So today is editing, and then if I get done editing, I do have emails to add or answer as well. If I get done editing at a decent enough time, I can maybe try to whip up a bow. So that's what you're gonna see today. I have an appointment at 5:30 tonight. 5:30. I'm going grocery shopping tonight, so maybe I'll vlog then, but I might not. I will check in later though, and I have to run today. Today's 3 miles, which this week and next week are the only runs. That's not true. When we start getting into 4-day-a-week runs, I'll have shorter distances again, but this week and next week are the only weeks where my like long run is shorter than my training runs or my timed runs, like the 45 minutes. And so I want to try to run 9:45s, 3 9-minute and 45-minute miles. But anyway, that's gonna be at like 11:30ish, depending on the temperature, because it's 28 degrees right now. I do have that cute little track suit. I have the gloves. It's only 3 miles, and I know it by heart, so I might go without music and have like ear things like earmuffs. We'll see though. Cause also like I use an app to help me check in every mile. It tells me what my time is at, and if I don't have earphones in, I can't check in. Anyway, that was a tangent. Hi, today is emails, editing, and I was gonna try to have another E because I like alliterations, but emails, editing, and hopefully playing around with the bow. So yeah. Also, it's 7:20 in the morning. That's why my lighting is so poor right now. Oh, I forgot to plug in the Christmas tree. Oh well, let's redo the whole intro. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys either right before or right after my run. Okay, hello Vlogmas. We're in this seat right now. We're in this side. This is kind of where I sit when I do my intro and outro for videos, and I literally just filmed my outro for Belle Part 2, and I struggled through it. It was pretty hilarious. Maybe I'll put bloopers of it in here so you can watch me just like... It's like watching a train wreck. It's pretty great. I can't wait to edit it after this. Okay, so I went for my run today, and it was only 39 degrees. I went into it with this mentality that like, how do you, like, are you gonna survive? I know it's only 3 degrees less than the other day. I don't know why it seems like it in my brain would be so much colder. Also, anyone out there judging me because I find it hard to run at that temperature and you don't think that that's cold, I'm very happy that 39 and 42 degrees is warm to you, Fahrenheit. I'm so happy for you. It's not for me. It's cold. I can't also wear that many layers when I run because I can't move. So here we are. I did my run. It was actually my best time I've done yet, which was, I don't even know. I don't know right now. I honestly think aliens have taken over my body, and when I like hit start running on my app and I like start running, something happens, because like I just don't know how I'm able to like persevere, push through what I'm going through. And yeah, it was a good run. I'm almost done editing Belle. Basically, like I'm just at the part where I need to show off the final skirts on me. And I did film kind of like just get ready with me up to this point. I don't know that I'll put it in because I kind of I used my old Belle corset and I don't like it. It's very old. It wasn't as structured. It was great for then, and I used it for a lot of cons. I have it, like one of the first things, not one of the first things, but part of what I want to do for 2021 is remake my corset, the corset that I will be using for all ball gowns. Like for competition pieces, I make separate ones because I like to make them historically accurate, and then I also like to make them within the color scheme of the costume. But I'm not competing for until at least 2022. So YOLO, like there's no point. So I do need one like actual white ball gown corset so that if conventions open up, you know, next year, I have a corset that fits me to wear with everything. So I'm only bringing one versus 4. Anyway, I don't know how I got there. Jeez, I have a case of the Fridays or something, and I don't like I still have to work tomorrow. Okay, so I did the try on, I filmed the outro. I'm gonna wrap up Belle's video for part 2. I have I have therapy at 5:30, and then I'm going grocery shopping, and we are gonna watch the season finale of The Mandalorian, which is why I don't actually own a ton of Star Wars like stuff. I don't own a lot of like t-shirts anymore, to be honest. And I keep this shirt. R2 isn't even my favorite anymore. BB-8 is, but I like it. I love this shirt. I think it's so fun. And I will probably wear it past Christmas, so don't judge me. But I gotta finish The Mandalorian tonight. And then, yeah, tomorrow we bust out some more Belle, draping the bodice, and then, which I know is gonna be so easy. I can already see it in my head. Anyway, draping the bodice, and then also draping the bow, the butt bow. Is that appropriate for YouTube? I don't know. Somebody tell me if that is like too inappropriate or too risque. Like, I won't call it that, but that's what I'm gonna call it for today, this day. And until this vlog goes live and somebody says, Casey, you probably shouldn't call it that, it's gonna be called the butt bow. Why is that funny to me? Anyway, I will, I'll talk to you guys soon, yeah? Maybe we'll check in after Mando tonight or before Mando. But I'll catch you on the flip side. All right. Good morning. So it is Saturday, December 19th, and it is 9:30 in the morning. I didn't sleep in, but I did spend a little bit of extra time looking at my analytics and a few other things on YouTube, as well as I had imported a YouTube video, did like my description, my my tags, that kind of stuff, but I needed to go back and put the little what is it called? The chapters bar that goes like down at the bottom. So I needed to update that, and I needed to also like put in my cards and put an end screen, because it's the video on making Belle, the velvet skirt, and I needed to make sure that it that like I properly sourced the video that I used to help me. I watched several, but there was one, I didn't want to like overload you guys with videos, so I picked one that I thought was the most informational, but I did watch a couple. I watched 3, and so I put one of them in there, and then I also put it on Patreon. I realized this morning that I forgot to put credits in that video. I've been doing Patreon credits. But yeah, so today's goals, wow, we got off topic again. Today's goals are, so at 2 o'clock, Toby and I are gonna go to this like outdoor, like socially distanced art festival thing that our friend's brewery is hosting. There's like this lot outside of their brewery that like has nothing in it, so they're doing like an outdoor art thing, and I figured it would be a great way to support a local brewery as well as support some local artists if I buy anything. So at around 2 o'clock, I have to wrap up my day. Like I said, it's 9:30, so I'm gonna try to get Belle's bodice patterned, and then also pattern and mock up the butt bow. We're gonna call it a butt bow, and you know, that's what we're calling it. So that's the plan for today. If I don't get the butt bow mocked up today, tomorrow will be a mock-up day. So at least get them like patterned, but a mock-up would be really ideal. So go team. I'll talk to you guys probably before I leave to give you any updates on what I did. I'm not gonna put any time lapses of patterning or anything, but I might talk through some of the butt bow stuff if I end up getting somewhere good with that. Mostly because patterning, I've done a lot of like time lapses of patterning in the past, and I just don't have a great way of teaching it. And there's a lot of people on YouTube that are pretty great at teaching it. So I kind of want to leave that to the people that can teach it, and I just do my own thing so that I can focus on work. So there won't be any patterning in the Belle progress, but that's okay. I hope you guys have a happy Saturday, or like wow, you're watching this at a different day, but yeah, let's make some art. Let's get going on Belle. All right, so I'm getting ready to head out again. You might hear Eva run up and down because she just got her nails done and she's been running up and down. But basically the only adjustments I really need to make are up here. I'm gonna take off a 1/2 inch on each side. And then down to here, I'm gonna be adding 1 inch all the way around because it's just a little too short. And then on the sleeves, I'm gonna be taking off 3 inches of each sleeve because they're gonna get those flounces. But overall, this looks pretty good. It's a very basic, here we go. It's a very basic bodice. I'm gonna do grommets in the back to lace it up. So this will actually get folded over probably a full inch since I have to put a piece of boning in it. But yeah, I'm at a good place for this. I'm cutting out the bow. I made a decision, and it's on the ground. Okay, the decision's on the ground. No, I made a decision that I'm gonna use this cream ivory colored cotton, and I'm going to flatline it with this organza, which is also the organza that will be used on the sleeves. And that is how we're gonna make the bow, mostly because there is no way I can make such a large bow with the amount of fabric I have. And even though it's not the same color, I think it'll look good. So that's where we're at. I will chat with you guys later. Peace out. Good morning, Vlogmas. It's day 20 and I am setting high intentions for today. I'm actually setting the intention to get Belle to 90%. Basically, if I can get Belle to the point where all I have to do really is like finishing touches, whether it's either like adding trim or putting in the grommets or like 3 to 4 hours of work tomorrow, I think I'd be in a great place. Is that gonna happen? Who knows? I'm gonna try a new work thing where I work 90 minutes, take a 10-minute break, work 90 minutes, take a lunch break, work 90 minutes, take a 10-minute break, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna try it. The hardest part of doing something like that is my video goes live at noon, so I like to at least be kind of around to comment as quickly as I can. But then also filming, like making sure that I get angles. For some reason, anytime I like stop what I'm doing to go get the camera and put it somewhere or like film, I just look at my phone and that turns into 10 minutes right there. So I'm gonna try. I'm actually gonna put my phone in the other room and we're just gonna see how this goes. I definitely, I have on my list for today the bow, like completely finishing the bow. The only part of the bow I wouldn't do is the snaps. The snaps are gonna be the last thing because I need to see where the bodice lines up with the dress so that I can place snaps, so I can properly place the bow. And that is something that I'm like, okay, that could be in the 10% left or the 5% left for tomorrow, the 3 to 4 hours. So snaps could be tomorrow, that'd be great. So then I also, basically, because I'm doing a lining and then the top fabric, I want to get I say velvet on bodice. In my making of video, I talk about working with velvet. It's persnickety, so I have to hand baste all of the panels, and I have velvet on bodice as like to finish. Bodice trim embellishments started. I have this beautiful rose trim. I think it's 1 inch wide, and I'm going to add in the center of each rose a sequin and a pearl. And then bodice lining. The bodice lining is getting interfaced with the fusible interfacing. It's going to get boning, and then that's it. So those are the things that I'd like to get done. And flounces, I should write that down actually. And I want the flounces to be attached to the velvet bodice. So I have to figure that. Actually, it might be easier to sew them if I sew them onto the lining because of how like working with velvet is. And if I have a lining, there's no point in not sewing it to the lining. But either way, I want the little circular organza flounces done today. Basically, like in my head, how I think about this is like the trim would be the last thing because that's something I could do tonight. And like basically it's also something I should wait to do until I know the exact like measurements around the waist and then also down the front, because I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I don't want to do the line down here. And I want it to be this way. I'm gonna look at my images and make decisions closer to, but I might also just play around with pinning it, but I don't want to start sewing anything onto the trim until I've made the bodice so that I have an idea of like pre-cutting the trim, basically, kind of like I did on the skirt where I cut 50 inches thinking this should be enough. So yeah. And basically my order of operations today will probably be bow, the velvet bodice piece, the lining bodice piece, the flounces, and then I'll do the trim. So, and again, the trim is something I could do tonight when I'm like watching TV / resting. I try to finish at 6 p.m. every day. It's 8:40 right now, and I've already done set up my video to go live everywhere and scheduled a post for Tuesday. And then I planned my week as well, because Sundays I plan what I need to do next Monday through Sunday. And for this week, I only planned Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with the hopes that I can take Thursday and Friday off. The only day that I have taken off since Thanksgiving has been December 5th, and it's December 20th. So you can math how many days I've had, how one day to whatever day ratio. I think we're at like 25 now, 24 maybe, but it's not a lot. And that is a 2021 goal, is to have a specific day every week, preferably Saturdays, but Toby's stuff is on Saturdays, so it makes more sense for me to take Sundays off so that like I can spend it with him. Anyway, this was a long ramble. I am gonna get some work done, and I will check in with you probably when my video goes live. That way I can kind of take like a little bit of a lunch break and check in. I might even check in as things finish, as developments are made. We'll see though. Sweet. Also, I'm declaring today PJ Day. I know that I normally to most people it doesn't seem like I'm getting dressed, because I do actually work my best in like athletic leisure wear, because well, like that's just how I've been working for the last 4 years. So training myself to get dressed every day. Getting dressed is literally putting on leggings and a sports bra and a different shirt. But I'm gifting myself, because it's Sunday, I'm gifting myself the gift of PJ Day because I think it just is so comfy. And this sweater isn't technically PJs, but I just didn't want to wear a cardigan, I guess is where I'm at. I really just wanted to live in a sweater and some PJs and my big fluffy socks, which I live in anyway. So yeah, happy Sunday. Okay, so here is our completed, well, almost completed bow. Basically what is gonna happen next is when I'm done with the bodice, I'm going to pin this onto the back of the on the back of the dress, and place a snap here, obviously on the back side, and then figure out how many snaps I want to place on the bow. And then also figure out if I want to put any down on these, or if they lay the way I want them to, then it's NBD. I thought about just doing one for each, like, wow, I'm not even looking at it. One for each of the little like points, right? So like there's a point here, 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 and here. So I thought about doing snaps on all those. I do have to see if I have the right size snap. I need the bigger snaps, but yeah. All right, hello, okay, welcome back, or what, I don't know what I'm saying, what's going on, hi. It's the end of the day on the 20th, and I said that, okay, we're gonna just sit like this, okay, that way you can see my face. Okay, it's the end of the day on the 20th, and my goal was to get the bow done, which I did, the bodice lining done, the flounces done, and then also the velvet on the bodice. The only thing I didn't get done is the velvet on the bodice. And then I also said like bodice trim embellishment started, which I was gonna do downstairs. So I'm at a good place, but like I was hoping I'd only have 3 or 4 hours of work tomorrow, and it's probably gonna be a full like 10-hour work day. It's fine, because I still have to do the velvet bodice, then I have to attach the trim to the bodice, and then attach the velvet to the lining, and then sew the snaps on the bow. But, I mean, even saying all that, I'm like, that's doable in a work day. So tomorrow we'll be back to sewing, and hopefully we will be done with her bodice tomorrow, and I can edit Vlogmas on Tuesday and style Belle's wig on Tuesday night / Wednesday before my 3 p.m. shoot. I'm not gonna make the hair bow. I know she has it in the what's it called, but I don't want to make it. And that's just that. So go team go. I'm gonna go downstairs and eat and get some beads on the trim. I am gonna do just something light, just like I did. Well, I'm just gonna do something light on it, just, you know, adding a little bit of sparkle so that it'll pop. But I will see you guys back here in the morning, and I'll show you the trim, and I'll maybe even like show you what the lining looks really bad. I did a really bad job on it. I'll just be honest. All right, good morning Vlogmas. It is Monday, December 21st. And it is 8:30 a.m. I slept till 7, so I'm like about an hour behind my normal daily schedule, but that's fine because we're gonna slay today. I am going to cut my velvet right now and then hand baste it together, and my goal is to get that done by 11:30 when I have to go for a run. And then when I get back from my run, shower, lunch, then it will be machine sew it, hand sew on the trim, which the trim is all right here. I did this up last night. And then also hand sew on the flounces, and then sew the lining to the trim. Lining to the trim, the lining to the velvet, and then the velvet, and then put grommets in the back. Like, that's it. I can say it all in under a minute. That's great. Awesome. So that's the plan. I'm also kind of sort of hoping that I can work efficiently enough and focused enough to even machine sew the velvet after basting it, and maybe even get the seams pressed before my run. But that's really just gonna depend on how efficient I am. So yeah, hopefully the last day of sewing Belle, if all goes well. It's gonna be great, and yeah, I'll check in post run, maybe before my run, depending on like when I finish a task. If I finish my task 15 minutes early, we'll chat before the run, but talk to you guys then. Look who I caught looking at herself in the mirror. Now she's like, who are you talking to? All right. It is 2:20 in the afternoon. I have cut my velvet. I basted my velvet. I sewed my velvet. And now I'm gonna start the hand sewing the trim to the velvet. I predict that this will take me like the last few steps. So all I have left is trim, sewing the velvet to the lining, grommets, and then the snaps on the bow. I'm giving myself 5 hours. I think I can get this done by about 7 o'clock. I'm gonna basically create a playlist on YouTube and just watch some videos while I hand sew. And then I have to hand baste the lining, you know, all that jazz. I think I can do this. I think I can get Belle's bodice done tonight, or today by the end of tonight when I want to make dinner, and then yeah. All right, my run was so good today. I did 4.75 miles in 45 minutes. So I'm running at about a 9.5 minute pace, which is my target pace for the whole marathon. And I say target pace, my target pace is 10-minute miles, but like I like to train faster because for some reason, well, actually that's not true. Race day, I do end up getting like figuring it out and getting my act together, but I don't know. It felt great. I didn't actually really, sorry, I have a dry patch on my face right here. If I keep scratching that, I should probably stop because it's a dry patch and it's irritating. Anyway, I did not like love the instructor, but I liked the music choices for the most part. I am just really shocked that I ran at that pace on week 2. Normally it takes me until about week 5 or 6 to get to a 9.5 minute mile, but like consistently past 3 miles, I can almost always do like a 9, like between 9 and 10 minute mile, 9.5 and 10 minute miles when I do like a 5K or just 3 miles. I can consistently hit that area when I am training, but like early in training. But like cause I actually did not train right the last time I did the challenge, the 10K half marathon challenge. I didn't do the right thing. I didn't follow the right schedule, and I was running 30 minutes as my Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, my 2 runs, and then doing the distance, and I never actually added on a second day of distance. So I've never actually trained properly for this. So I didn't know what to expect for 45 minutes, but I did it. It was fun. Well, I say fun. It felt good, and I've started to kind of figure out, like, I found a route. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. There isn't like a safe, I don't know how to describe it. The road that I run along, I posted a video or a photo on Instagram a while ago, but basically it's only supposed to be a 35 mile per hour like road, but people go 50 miles an hour plus on it. And people like don't care about runners on it, and it's hilly. So like I have consistently issues with people not paying attention, and then also people speeding. And then with COVID-19, when I see that there's somebody else on the sidewalk, I get into the gutter. I know that's not super safe, but it's only a normal sidewalk, and typically walkers, except for me, when I walk Eva, I like go all the way off into the wooded area, but I actually can't run in the wooded area because of how uneven it is. I'm just very afraid that I'm gonna hurt myself. So I go into the gutter instead, which is next to the road, and it's just not really super safe. But I did find a route instead of like having to go up to the really big light, which is so stressful, or go around the really weird twisty place where there's a blind spot for a good like 30 seconds. I found a different route that has neither of those. And I think that's also why I was able to go so much further, is because I like was on a safe route. So yeah. All right, well, this is where we're at with Belle. I still need to put grommets in it, and I need to add snaps for the bow, and I'm pretty embarrassed for the velvet sewing on this, but you know, she's done. It ripples here, you see? I know it's because of where it's hitting on the skirt, like it just wants to ride up, but I also know that my bodice or my torso is longer than that, and so I think it'll be fine. Yeah, this is where we're gonna end. That's my pocket. You can see it there. This is where we're gonna end. I'll do one last outro and get the wig ready for Wednesday. Well, grommets, snaps, wig. So I didn't quite finish her. I just have grommets and snaps, like I just said, and I have to style the wig. But I know that that's manageable to get done in time for photos, and that means that I will be getting Thursday and Friday off, 2 days in a row. I'm gonna be bored by the end of Christmas. Like, it's gonna be like nighttime on Christmas Day, and I'm gonna be like, I just gotta sew, I just gotta do something. So I am just gonna say right now, this is the last of Vlogmas for me. The main reason I'm not doing it, I actually intended to do it all 4 weeks and have the last Vlogmas video come out in a week from Wednesday. But after like kind of looking at my schedule and making the decision to take Thursday and Friday off, edit Vlogmas on Tuesday, Wednesday, photograph, style the wig, and edit those photos and bake cookies. I'm not gonna sew again probably till mid next week, and it won't be it'll be my, like, I try to do a garment a month. Like, I make myself a garment a month to wear. Back in, I think, June or July, I declared that I'm going fast fashion free. So I haven't purchased any clothes. Toby did buy me a tracksuit for running, and that's the one exception, and I think that that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna say no to a gift. I did turn down, I did a few volunteer type things over the summer, and I turned down the shirts for those because fast fashion. But anyway, I make myself a garment a month, and actually for December, I really wanted to make myself a blouse and a skirt. So if I do any sewing at all, it's gonna be on that, and that's kind of what I call recharge sewing. So I don't document it. Well, that's not true. I was doing a series for Patreon on it, and I slashed that series because I'm overworking myself. I say that as I just made a ball gown in 3 weeks, and I haven't taken more than one day off in the entire month of December, but I was overworking myself pretty hard, and I kind of got rid of that series. So now I get to actually make myself a garment of clothing for me, and I don't document it, none of that. It's just for me, so that I can have outfits to wear, and I'm pretty excited. But because I'm not, wow, I just took 2 minutes to explain to you why I'm not doing the, wow, okay, well, anyway, because I'm not doing the, any more sewing in the next week, I can't really justify doing another week of Vlogmas. So this is it. This is the last one. Thank you guys for watching these. It's been quite a journey, and like watching them all happen to like get to this point, and to watch me emotionally deteriorate over 3 weeks is pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. Would I do this again? Yes, but I don't think I would make such an elaborate costume for them, if that makes sense. Like, I would not do any other commitments, like nothing but, so like the making videos would happen after Vlogmas. So if I do this next year, and like, hold me to this, guys and y'all, if I do this next year, it would only be Vlogmas. It wouldn't be Vlogmas and a making of video. So you would just get a whole month of Vlogmas, and then a month later you would get the video on whatever I made. And we'll see, or maybe next year that's like a different, maybe I don't do a project and I just do a bunch of sewing gifts. That could be a fun vlog. Either way, for next year, Casey, hey Casey in the future, just a reminder, Vlogmas and making up video and the Patreon stuff and everything else you do, like commissions and stuff with companies, that's a lot. So think about what you're gonna make for Christmas. Think about how much time you're gonna give yourself, and yeah. Okay, now that I've given myself a message from the past, thank you all so much for watching, and a special huge thanks to my patrons. I'm gonna put the little thank you thing here. Thank you seriously so much. Patreon has allowed me to accomplish a lot this year. It's been a big part of being able to afford materials and to be able to actually purchase new filming equipment. So I just really want to thank everyone that has been a patron this year, everyone that is currently a patron, anyone that like is thinking about supporting me over, or any artist over on Patreon. Thank you so much, because it really does make, even if you think, oh, I'm only giving $5, it really makes a huge difference for artists and people like me, and I really just cannot thank you guys enough. Everyone that purchased my patterns, thank you. All those things add up, and I am so eternally grateful for all of you, and I hope you have a really great holiday season, and I hope that no matter what's going on, you're able to just take some time to see how far you've come this year. And yeah, this is not a see you in 2020 because I have one more video coming up. So I'll see you on Sunday. Or you'll see me on Sunday. Thank you so much, and as per usual, like, tell me how your Christmas went or what you're working on in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and happy sewing!